Hi, this is Defense Attorney John Teakell. I'm here to speak with you about drug trafficking in federal court. Drug trafficking cases in federal court are more complex, there are more players, more participants, you have a conspiracy charge, and then there are other things that you don't have in state court, such as forfeitures or money laundering charges. In federal court, you often have a large quantity of substance, whether it's heroin, cocaine, marijuana, or methamphetamine, the common drugs that you'll find. You'll also find steroid charges and other substances that are synthetic in federal prosecutions. As it relates to drug charges, drug trafficking in federal court, you're going to have, as I said, larger cases. The quantities are bigger, the people involved are larger. That way you have a longer, more complex investigation. You often have state-to-state connections of transportation, or you'll often have importation from a foreign country into the United States. You'll also find different levels of responsibility and activity for people in a conspiracy charge for drug trafficking in federal court. Now, there's three keys that you need to be aware of for drug trafficking cases in federal court. One of those is the quantity that the U.S. Attorney would determine or try to determine that you're responsible for. And that comes into play with the sentencing guidelines, and we'll speak more about that in a moment. The second key would be to make sure that there's no relevant conduct put on you. In other words, other uncharged activity for the same type of drug trafficking with another group. The relevant conduct, as that term is used in federal court, means that if there's some relevant conduct, similar activity, in other words, say drug trafficking with another group, another person, another conspiracy, then even though you're not indicted or charged for that, that quantity could be added onto your quantity, because in the federal system, there's a point system called the sentencing guidelines that gives you higher points for the more quantity. The more points you get, the higher the imprisonment recommendation. The third key to be aware of is whether or not the substance is pure versus powder. In the federal system, if it is considered above 80% pure, then even though it's not 100% pure, totally pure, then it's considered pure for guidelines purposes, and your guidelines will increase about 1.5, maybe twice the amount that it would be if it's just powder. Other items to be aware of in the federal system for drug trafficking cases are forfeitures, seizures and forfeitures of cash, bank accounts, real estate, cars, other assets that are tied to drug trafficking activities. The other item that's important is sentence reduction. There's different ways to obtain sentence reductions in federal court, and if you have an experienced attorney, he can help you with that. If you know someone who's under investigation for drug trafficking or who has a case, call me, John Teakell, and I'll be glad to help them. Thank you.